So, as an author, what exactly has your writing journey looked like? Mine has been all over the place. So, basically, since I learned how to read, I've just been a really voracious reader. I've had some crazy long reading slumps in my life, but in general, I love reading. And basically, hand in hand with that, I've also enjoyed writing. Like, I remember when I was a little kid, I would basically make like little short stories, write them together, and then staple it. And this was my book that I made. I'd make magazines, little books, that kind of thing. And then as a teen, I was like, okay, I really want to write a book. And I had this really weird, awkward situation with some kid who stumbled into some kind of top secret stuff. And I was like, oh, this is really cool. I like this. But I started writing like a few scenes and then I didn't do anything with it. I don't think I ever finished it. But that's actually kind of the origins of a main character that I've got. Well, main character-ish. He's going to be a main character eventually, if I have anything to say about it. Karura Solari, if you have read In the Line of Rebellion. And so anyway, super unrealistic stuff, Teenage brain of mine was not very realistic, but I was having fun. I loved Star Wars, and so that really got my hyperactive creative mind spinning like crazy. I was really fascinated by the Phantom Menace, the slavery going on in there, the politics. Not going to get into the crazy debate stuff there. I loved Star Wars a lot. And kind of hand in hand with that, like in my early teens, I remember there was some kind of like what you see on TikTok these days, like, oh, put this together to make your name. There was this, oh, make your Star Wars name, in like a little Lego magazine that I got. And it was like, oh yeah, put these letters together and then put these letters together from these things, related to your life. But I didn't really like how it sounded for part of the name. So I just made up my own name, and it's a name that is going to make it into Loman Master. So that's interesting. I've got all kinds of feelings about it. I've had moments where I'm like, should I rename it? But I'm just like, no, I should not. It's going to stay that way. So anyway, that's important. I started working in McDonald's in my teens. I want to say I was like 16 or so. And that was my first job. That was a culture shock. And just all kinds of thoughts and ideas, all kinds of inspiration from the people I worked with. And so that's where I actually began writing my first novel that I finished. I have it somewhere, but I don't think it's going to see the light of day again. Once upon a time, I had it out on Amazon, but I removed all of the old stuff off of Amazon for reasons. And I want to say it hit around 100,000 words. Like, that's not too shabby for like mid-late teens to be finishing a book. So anyway, I wrote that, and then in university, I wrote a really embarrassing, like, kind of spin-off for a creative class. Like, we're not going to talk about that. And then my very unexciting love life, getting dumped, had me writing a fantasy shapeshifter novel. I completed it, and there are things about it I'm proud of. I've also yoinked that off of Amazon, though, because it needed help. There's so much that just, oh. Anyway, and then I got married, and later down the line, I wrote a Karura Solari novel. I will probably revisit that idea. I finished it, and that's where I got into a bit of a slump. And throughout that time period, I had a wide variety of jobs, that's all I'm going to say. And I ended up in a really toxic workplace situation. Started writing The Line of Rebellion. Lots of stuff happened. I made mistakes. It was a real, whatever you want to call it, learning experience. Lots of things that, yeah. And basically, I got depressed. Ended up moving, COVID, having a kid, stuff like that. So I did not touch In the Line of Rebellion again until, I want to say, I was thinking about it more at the end of 2023. And then 2024 is when I got serious and really hit it. And then I published Inline Rebellion in early 2025, April 2025. And then that leads into Lowen Master. But this video has gotten very long, so I think I'm going to do that as another part. But yeah, it has been a ride and a half. And if you want to stitch off the beginning or whatever, or put in the comment section below, I enjoy hearing people's origin stories. So please let me know and share your writing journey.